today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. Denver Broncos taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He completes this to Sutton. Oh, Watt shaken up. J.J. still down here following that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. First down, Lock. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 71 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Lock on the bootleg. Able to get this to Gordon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Lock going to hand it off here to Gordon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Lock. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Lock. He'll get this to Ward. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The running back. Matt Judon there on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Brought him down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's able to get at the 36.
Josie Jewell on the tackle.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 5 catches, 81 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Come on, now.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Steelers 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Locke trying again after the pick 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Locke working out of the gun. That's complete to Ward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
play action. Now it's Locke. And that is incomplete. Well, now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Operating from the gun. Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best.
Exactly.
Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ebron. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Broncos.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's a pickup of 6.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Tom Brady has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. The Chargers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. 21-17, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
We'll see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Short little throw to Ebron. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Ebron's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 on the play.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down.
They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
27. Broncos 7.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 20.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. and sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
At the 32-yard line.
On second down and 4. Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 37.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd and 15 now. Locke able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
To Melvin Gordon. That's a gain of 8.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step ready.
Locke working out of the gun. That's complete to Ward. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
The tackle
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Locke to throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Back to throw now on 1st down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
On the move to his left, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke, he's going to drop this one down to Gordon. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little no escape from Locke, and he'll go down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by the...
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Melvin Gordon, incomplete. Brings up second and
block again here on 2nd and 10. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
by the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. Like, this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left